Hey YouTube, AlphaChuy back with another Kingdom Hearts video for you guys. In today's video, I want to address who I think will be the final 13 Seekers of Darkness in Kingdom Hearts 3. There have been several Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers this past year, and in those trailers, there have been several characters shown to have been norted. In fact, there has been more than 13 characters shown to have joined the ranks of Xehanort. But in the end, those ranks will dwindle down to 13 vessels. So who will the final 13 Seekers of Darkness actually be? I'm here to address my personal opinion on who the final 13 Seekers of Darkness will be when the time comes in Kingdom Hearts 3. So with that being said, this video will consist of my opinion and only my opinion. You may not agree with my opinion, but in the end, this is just speculation. So please feel free to express your opinion in the comment section below. And if you are excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 and are hyped for the game, make sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Now with all that good stuff out of the way, let's jump right into my predictions. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to talk about every Seeker or Vessel to have been shown in a trailer and whether they will be among the final 13. I will start off with who I think the 13 will be first, and then I will go on to address why the others didn't make it. So to start my list off, we're going to go with the most obvious of the Norts, and that being Xehanort himself. This is the main protagonist in the game and the main reason there is a Kingdom Hearts 3 in the first place. There really would be no point in the game without him at this point, so our first vessel is Xehanort. Up next, I'm going to state the second and third vessel as they seem to be a pair and a sort. For the second vessel, my prediction is Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. We know that Ansem is Xehanort's Heartless and has showed up in many trailers. Along with Ansem, we have also seen Xemnas, Xehanort's Nobody, and my prediction for the third vessel. Unlike half of the other 13 vessels, Ansem and Xemnas are also Xehanort himself, so they really must be included. We also know that Ansem was the main antagonist in Kingdom Hearts, while Xemnas was the main antagonist for Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 3 just seems like a proper game for a send-off for these historic villains. Moving on to the fourth vessel, I believe this spot will be young Xehanort's. Young Xehanort up to this point has been the one making most of the moves. He was the main antagonist in Dream Drop Distance and seems to play a huge role in Kingdom Hearts 3 due to reappearing in different worlds shown in trailers. And again, he is Xehanort himself. Moving on to the fifth vessel, I have Vanitas. Not only did Vanitas follow Xehanort in Birth by Sleep, but he also has a key role in Kingdom Hearts 3 with Ventus. Vanitas is of course Ventus's other half, and we see Vanitas going after Ventus in several trailers, specifically in the Monsters Inc. world. I also believe that Xehanort will try to exploit merging the Keyblade, as he did in the events of Birth by Sleep, so it's only fitting for him to be included in the organization. For the sixth vessel, I have Xigbar. Xigbar has been by Xehanort's side dating back to Birth by Sleep. He also has history with all of the protagonists throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. Him as a vessel is pretty much a given, and he does seem to carry a lot of the work similar to how young Xehanort is doing. For the seventh vessel, I'm predicting Saïx. In the events of Dream Drop Distance, we saw Saïx become a Nort. Also, in the old organization, Saïx was known to be the right-hand man to Xemnas. Saïx also has a lot of history with Axel, and it looks like that relationship will be exploited in Kingdom Hearts 3. Not to mention that he appeared in the final battle trailer scenes with what it seemed like the war taking place. For the eighth and ninth vessel, I have a pair. Those two being Marluxia and Larxene. Now honestly, they can both go either way just because they did try to overthrow the organization in the events of Chain of Memories, but there is a saying, and that is to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. This I feel will play a huge role in the game. There must be a reason why Nomura included them in the ranks to begin with. I think we will find out by them serving as vessels. There was also a recent update to Union Cross where they both made an appearance. Maybe that will be of significance in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now up next for the 10th vessel, I have Luxord. In Kingdom Hearts 2, Luxord was one of the final members of the organization to be taken down, along with Saïx and Xigbar. Those two have also been included in the ranks. I don't know if that has a lot of significance, but it sure is interesting. We also have not seen a lot of Luxord's character in my opinion, so giving him a big role can allow for some much needed depth. He is also searching for the black box, something that seems like it's going to play a big role in the game. He is also shown in the events of what I believe to be the war in the final battle trailer. Now before I go on, I just want to state that I believe these 10 characters are a lock for the true organization. I say this because in the Kingdom Hearts Tower of Radiance and Shadow event, there were renders of these 10 characters. They were all hooded in the trademark attire for the organization. I don't think there would be so much marketing for these villains only for them to not end up being included in the final ranks. That being said, we're going to move on to the 11th vessel. For number 11, I am predicting for Demyx. The main reason why Demyx made my list was because he appears in the final battle trailer when there are members of the organization on top of large rocks. I also think he makes it to the final 13 because I believe he is the one to acquire the next member of the organization. And with that being said, that 12th vessel is Vexen. Vexen has been shown in several trailers along with Demyx, and I believe he is also in the scene with the organization members atop the large rocks in the final battle trailer. Again, Vexen is another example of keeping your enemies closer, but I think he will play a huge role in the game. I believe his role will be to acquire the 13th vessel. In the final battle trailer, Sayak says to a hooded figure, "Don't tell me we let you back in our ranks only for you to fail to acquire the final vessel." This could be Vexen he is speaking to. So for my final prediction on who I think will be number 13 in the true organization is none other than Xion. This might be a big curveball, but I think this happens and there is a few clues that suggest it. First, in the Big Hero 6 trailer, we see an overview and a front view on the organization members. In the front view, we see two feminine figures. I already listed Larxene as one female vessel, so the other has to be Xion, as it is smaller in physical size. Now in that same trailer, we see Roxas at the end. My speculation is that Sora never finds a way to make Roxas his own person, so when the time comes for Sora to see Xion as a vessel, Roxas will come forth, hence the scene at the end of the trailer. And for the final piece of evidence, in the final battle trailer, there is a hooded figure pointing their Keyblade at Axel. I think this is Xion because of the Kingdom Key and how Axel doesn't seem to know who that specific person is. Xemnas is also in the background. He seems to be controlling the puppet, something that young Xehanort is attempting to understand in the Toy Box world. Now that we have the 13 vessels out of the way, I want to discuss why the other characters didn't make it to the final list. First is Riku. In my previous video, I discussed my opinion on the young Riku and what his role in Kingdom Hearts 3 will be. Make sure to check out the video for further information, but to summarize, I think he ends up getting destroyed and not making it to the final 13. We see Riku fighting him in the final battle trailer. We also see him later on erupt with darkness. For me, this is an indication of him being destroyed. Up next is Aqua. I believe that Aqua being Norted was more for in-depth story. Of course it wouldn't be as easy as finding her and bringing her back to the Realm of Light. In the end, I think she ends up being saved after the boss fight with her when playing as Sora. We have also seen the hands of Sora and Aqua reaching out to each other several times, another indication of her being saved. And for the final Nort, there is Terra. It's kind of weird because I don't feel like a lot of people include Terra as a vessel to begin with, but we do know that Xehanort possessed him in the conclusion to Birth by Sleep. Ultimately, Terra doesn't make it because just like Aqua, he ends up getting saved. We see Terranort and the Lingering Will fighting in a quick scene shown in the Big Hero 6 trailer. I think that Terra ends up getting his body back through his spirit of the Lingering Will. And there you have it. Those are my predictions on who I think will make it as the final 13 organization members. Let me know what you thought about my list down in the comment section below, and let me know who you think the final 13 vessels will be. Now that we did a predictions video for the 13 Seekers of Darkness, it is only fitting for me to predict who I think the 7 Guardians of Light will be. So look forward to that video soon as well. And if you enjoyed the video and are hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. With all that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Later guys.